Hey, what's up guys? We're back again with the best Mega Knight Wall Breakers deck in Clash Royale that I can't stop playing. Every single time that I play it, I feel like I get a little bit better at the game, especially because there's just so much outplay potential. Even if you play against Electro Giant with no building, typically Mega Knight loses that matchup every single time. And even though this deck doesn't use any champions, it actually works better without them. Top players with every card unlocked are still choosing to run it the exact same way. You could run Archer Queen instead of Musketeer if you wanted to, but Musketeer allows you to stack up more of them, giving you much better anti-air defenses, which you need against Lava Hound and a lot of Phoenixes in the meta. There are so many sources of damage, whether it's with the Mega Knight, the Wall Breakers, Bandit, or Miner plus Bats or Goblins. You can find value when your opponent spends too much elixir just once, and you can punish them. This is one of my favorite decks to play in Clash Royale, and it will get you a lot better at the game. So I highly encourage you guys to level it up, learn how to play it, and start practicing it in Classic Challenge if you don't have any of the cards leveled up yet. Let's go jump straight to some games, show you guys why I love the deck so much, and assert dominance. Thanks to everyone that's using creator code SIRTAG to support the channel. All right, let's get it. So this guy isn't cycling anything at all. I'm just going to sauce out a good luck, and immediately whenever I see someone going for a Goblin Barrel, we are going to be playing against a vicious log bait player. This is the type of player that you don't want to be playing against if you don't have your goblins in your starting hand, because you're going to have to over-defend every single time against Goblin Barrel if you have a bad card cycle. At least the Mega Knight's able to kill the majority of the skeletons quite quickly, and then I can go in for a miner here to swiftly secure a decent offense. Yo, he's going to lose the Dark Goblin. I don't think the bats are going to lock on a tower, but one could wish. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Wait. One berry, the bat is still alive, and that bandit came up clutch. That's 1,500 damage right out of the jump. And that shows you the power of Mega Knight counter pushing. Even playing against a good log bait player, he wasn't able to fabricate enough together to be able to figure that out. He just wasn't able to piece together a decent defense. I'm going to go in for a Musketeer here since I think that's going to be a little bit better. I want to save my goblins for... Oh my gosh, that was unfortunate. Well played on his end. I guess I don't want to spend more elixir on that because I want to be able to get the bandit on the tower, especially with Zap. Let's go. That worked so well. I knew he wasn't going to have a good response because he only had Skeleton Army to counter us, and if I zap it, then I immediately dash on the tower again. Finishing off the Princess with the bandit was a priceless interaction for us because it propelled our bandit a little bit closer to the tower too. As you guys can see, the P's with commentary make me stutter a little bit. It isn't always easy out here. Propelled was definitely difficult. Hey, okay, well, I guess the bats don't find it difficult to lock onto the tower. That's cool. We're currently in a very good spot in this game. Whenever he goes Goblin Barrel, we want to go in for like goblins in the back. It's going to be one of our best ways of killing it. I'm also going to go in for the bandit off to the side. No, never mind. Wow, that's awesome. I think we can just let the goblins do their thing. And then let the Musketeer do its thing as well. And then Wall Breakers here. Oh, wait. I can't believe you went for a Skeleton Army when you knew I had Zap in hand. What are you doing? This guy is playing insanely aggressive. I'm going to go Goblins here. And I think the Bandit locks onto the tower. And I might take both towers right now. There's a chance we can do the dance. If those Goblins just give us one little hit, that would be all we need. Wait, I think he's not going to be able to defend the Bandit. So we will take that tower. And then I can miner here. And then I can Zap on the Skeleton Army. Dude, he's going in for his aggressive Tesla to counter us. What is he doing? This is going so well for us. I think I can go in for a Musketeer and then go Goblins again on the Goblin Barrel because it's going to be a +1 elixir trade for us, and it's not going to be that bad. Wow, that was a great fireball. It does eliminate all of the Goblins, but it's not that bad for us overall because if you think about it, we can go in for another miner here and then definitely Zap on the Skeleton Army since he just uses Knight. He has nothing else. He doesn't have Tesla and Cycle either, so... Yeah, he just lost both his towers. I think the man just gave up. We've got 2 Musketeers on the field, and we're not running the 3 Musketeer deck. This deck's fast cycle is absolutely unstoppable sometimes, and it must not be fun to play against. I just beat a log bait player that finished 900 in the world when I didn't even have log in my deck. Usually running Zap is a death sentence against log bait, apparently not with this deck. All right, so getting into this game against Wonder. I wonder what he's going to do as his first play. I'm going to go for Goblins and try to get something out of him. Okay, so we get a Tombstone. That's a pretty good strat for us. Because if we can go in for like Goblins and bait out a building and then he doesn't have that in cycle for the Wall Breakers, we can rush through and probably won't have a clue on what to do. Especially if he's not going to be able to go in for like a Tombstone and we can Zap. Let's go. That's awesome. I knew that was going to work because if the Wall Breakers are going outside of the range of the Fireball and we Zap on the Tombstones, then the Tombstone is able to kill the Wall Breakers. The Wall Breakers went directly towards the tower and he thought that the Tombstone was going to counter the Wall Breakers. So he wasn't prepared for that. Last second, the Wall Breakers turned towards the tower and exploded in his face. It's beautiful to see. Anyway, the Musketeer should be able to clean up the rest of this, and I'm going to go for a Mega Knight as well. And the reason why Musketeer is a little bit better than Archer Queen in some situations is because Musketeer, you can stack up multiple of them on the map. Whereas Archer Queen, when you play against a Lava Hound deck, you're just chilling there with one Archer Queen, and that doesn't do so well when your opponent's going to go spam you with a lot of air cards. You need more than one. Also, the other great thing about this deck is I can get back to another Musketeer if I need to. So, I mean, I don't even care about clicking like another ability here. The Musketeer is going to do enough at just 4 elixir spent. The Archer Queen base is going to be costing 5, and then I have to spend another elixir to go and counter that. That's, I don't know, that seems like a little bit of a ripoff, you know? I'm not going to do that. I think that the wall breakers are going to give us some nice value. I'm going to go in for bats after so then we can finish this off and then maybe go in for a miner here. He doesn't have zap and cycle since he used it on defense. I'm going to go in for bandit on the other side, and I think I can defend easily with the musketeer. The best thing about this deck is how offensive you can be. Look at that. I went for a bandit on the left-hand side. He wasn't even able to defend that because he's so concentrated on being able to build up enough elixir for his lava hound push. I'm going to go for wall breakers with the musketeer to apply more aggression and force out barbarians. Dude, that is brutal. He is taking so much damage on both sides. I'm going to go bats. I'm going to go goblins if he decides to zap, which I think he will. So I'm going to go goblins now. Okay, he didn't. That was interesting. I'm going to bandit again in the other lane. With the bats and goblins coming at him, we know he's going to zap here. If he doesn't and he goes tombstone, that would be crazy. And he decides to do tombstone. What is he doing? Yo, he's digging his own tombstone right now. I think that's what he wanted to do. As I said before, I'm going to stack up another musketeer. We've taken both of his towers, and he is struggling to take one. He's already calling the good game. And you know what? I got to focus on defending this because this will be a little bit sketchy since he has double phoenixes, but I believe we can make it happen. I'm going to miner here so then we can hopefully pull one of the phoenixes. It didn't work. Oh my gosh. Wait, guys. This is super sketchy. If I had Archer Queen, I would be 100% screwed, but since I end up having like goblins here, we should be able to pull them to the other side and into the musketeer maybe. Wait, this game is really sketchy. I am not loving how this is working. I need to go bats here, and then I can maybe go in for like a zap. I don't know. I need to get a bandit and a zap down so that I can struggle to defend. Please don't let this be the end. He's going to fireball me, and with 1 second remaining, we are still staying strong. Wow, that felt really wrong. Since our opponent had multiple phoenixes there, that was kind of a sketchy situation. We got a game against Team Outlaws. He's strictly prohibited to do anything else besides bridge spam me, and I guess he's breaking the rules already. He's not going to give me massive Mega Knight value. He's not going to spam into me. He's just going to go and defend and play it passively and patiently with his Barbarian Barrel and Goblin Cage. When I see that, I think either Royal Giant or I think someone with like a really annoying Electric Giant deck. And I just beat an Electric Giant deck, so I don't want to play against another one of those. Please. So yeah, this is terrifyingly terrible for me. I probably need to go in for like a miner on defense, which isn't going to be that good. And then I can go for bats to distract the Inferno Dragon from melting my miner. What I'm going to do here is play very aggressive because I don't have any other opportunity to defend. So I need to take the power to him and try to do as much damage as we can. So I'm going to go in for wall breakers here so we can kite the Inferno Dragon a little bit. Looks like the Mega Knight does take the tower. And as you guys saw the last time when I beat Electro Giant, what I was able to do is I was able to do some funky tower trade shenanigans. And that's likely what I'm going to need to do here as well. So I want to just take a tower early on and then protect our left-hand side and force him to go in for like another Electro Giant when he doesn't want to. Getting that miner down was incredibly important. All that damage that was on the miner would have been on my tower, and that would have been major damage. That would have been the type of damage that you can't recover from. Like, you are not coming back from that. That would have at least been, you know, I would say all of my tower but 500 damage. Okay, so we can go for a bandit in the pocket since the goblins will end up dying, so we don't want those to die too quickly. We want the bandit to protect it. Hopefully the bandit's going to be able to dash near the tower, but doesn't really work out. The one thing that's great about this is the fact that he doesn't have Goblin Cage and Cycle. So, if he decides to go for an Electric Giant, we might be able to kill that with a Mega Knight and a Musketeer, and then make something else happen afterward. Oh, this is really sketchy because I don't know if he's going to Electric Giant in front of this, so I'm just going to go in for Wall Breakers in the back. Yeah, I think that was our best bet because it's going to distract the Inferno Dragon, and then I can cycle a Musketeer and be okay. There's a high chance that this guy's just going to lightning that, and that's okay. I can go for a Mega Knight now. We know that the Inferno Dragon is definitely dead, and there's a chance that the Mega Knight's going to jump onto the Archer Queen. Not a high probability anymore, but we want to force out the Archer Queen ability before he's able to actually respond to the goblins and everything else in the middle. Especially if the Mega Knight can kill the Queen, and then we can get back to like wall breakers before he's ready. That would be awesome. So we're in a spot that we're actually losing the game right now, which is not a good vibe. If I cycle Musketeer in the back on the same side as the Goblin Cage Brawler, that's awesome. The bad thing about this matchup in particular is he's got way more defensive capability. Like, he actually has a building, he's got a Dark Prince. It's way harder than the deck that has Elixir Collector, because the Elixir Collector deck, they don't have any way of stopping you from taking towers sometimes. Whereas their offense is unstoppable, their defense is really kind of bad as well. So they just full offense all the time. So you can cheese them a little bit more effectively is what I'm trying to say. This guy, if he just keeps his Goblin Cage in cycle, it's pretty much impossible for us to break through. I'm going to go in for a bandit here so then we're able to dash onto the goblin cage and then make sure that the Inferno Dragon doesn't melt us. I can Mega Knight here depending on what happens. I think we want a Mega Knight to disrupt the Archer Queen, make sure it doesn't target my Musketeer. If it targets my Musketeer, I'm likely dead. So we need to keep the Musketeer alive. I'm going to go in for bats here as well. That was a really good Dark Prince on our opponent's end. He actually played that incredibly intelligently. I'm going to try to get through, but I don't know if there's that much that we can do. He's cycling multiple Inferno Dragons at this point, which is very scary because he could just Electric Giant in the middle, and I probably lose the game then. So, oh, yep, he didn't Electric Giant in the middle. That was obviously pretty bad for him to do that. He just wanted an opportunity. So we can go in for a Mega Knight. I don't think the wall breakers are going to connect at all. I mean, there's a chance. Oh, they did. That's pretty good. I'm surprised that they gave us damage at all. Okay, we can go bandit in the middle just to test his reflexes. He is running Electric Giant after all. Nah, he's not like the other Electric Giant player. Dang. All right, we're in a Musketeer here. And the bats are not going to be able to kill that, so the Musketeer is going to take damage, unfortunately. All right, so he didn't even cycle his Goblin Cage, which is extremely bad for me. I need to probably Mega Knight here so we can keep the Musketeer healthy, and that's not going to happen. All right, so we got to go in, we got to do this, and then we got to cycle back to another Musketeer. But I think that the Dark Prince is literally going to pull my bandit and screw me over. Wait, there's a chance that we can do something here as long as the Electric Giant dies. The Electric Giant's not going to be able to stay alive here anymore. Wait, if I go bandit in the middle, we could still make this work. Come on now. I need to go wall breakers with the bandit tanking, and then I can cycle back to another miner and maybe get the Musketeer on the tower. Both the wall breakers are actually going to connect. No freaking way. I'm winning this game right now. Not by much, but I am winning right now. I'm going to go bandit in the middle. I'm going to go wall breakers afterward, and then I'm going to go and cycle another set of goblins, and I'm just going to keep cycling miners, and hopefully one of the wall breakers will connect. That's not enough, guys. That's not enough. We need one more miner hit. Let's go. That was one of the most difficult matches I have played in a long time, and I'm so glad to come out on top. Beating Electric Giant without a building is absolutely insanely difficult. I don't know why I'm playing against so many of them today. All right, we got a game against Piggy Yoink Squeal. I feel like this guy has to have Mother Witch, and he also has to have Royal Hogs in the deck. If you're not, I just got you baited super hard, and I love your clan name. So he's going to go for a Phoenix in the back, so I think this will probably be a Miner Cycle deck, if I had to guess. Like the Miner Poison deck with either Goblin Gang or regular Goblins. That's typically what we see when we see a Phoenix and Ice Spirit. Yeah, and he's exactly going to fulfill the bill. He's got what I asked for. Well, not really what I asked for, but exactly what we expected. I'm going to go in for wall breakers here, and he's going to log, and he's going to finish them off, unfortunately. I guess we could go for a zap on top of the Spear Goblins to finish those off and then get some tower damage. That's decent. This is one of those matchups that you want to use your Mega Knight to the best of your ability. If you're not using your Mega Knight effectively, well, you're going to get screwed. The Mega Knight is a card that you can use to tank for your opponent's tower shots, so then your miner can get extra damage. So because you don't have poison, the way that you want to build up big pushes is either dropping your Mega Knight on their big spam that they're dropping with a monk or whatever, and then making sure that you can get the Mega Knight to tank for your miner. So that's what we're hoping to have happen here. Because if he poisons, he's going to get a lot of damage, so we can't just get direct miners on the tower for our only damage. We need to use the Mega Knight to soak up a lot of damage and then, you know, distract our opponent. So he's going to poison on the bats because he didn't have any other good response, and we can zap on top of the Goblin Gang. And notice how, you know, we were even able to bait out the poison on his side of the map, so now he's not able to get any value from that. Okay, this is tragic. I don't think that the monk is going to die for a while, and it could maybe even... Wait, what? The Musketeer didn't target the monk. Wait, I got so lucky. He gives me the well played, but I genuinely thought I was screwed there. If we shot the monk and it reflected back to my Musketeer shots, I might have lost the game. I was really scared. That worked out really well. Wait, we don't have enough elixir for the zap, but I'm still going to go in. And I think I can zap on top of the Spear Goblins and then maybe get one Miner Shovel hit. Oh, yes. Let's go. I was going to say, that Miner hit is mine. And, yeah, it worked out. That was awesome. So we're going to start slow rolling another Mega Knight in the back whenever we get the opportunity. So many people think that you can only drop a Mega Knight on top of units that your opponent drops. Well, if you slow roll a Mega Knight in the back, it's fine. It allows you to build up bigger pushes, and it works really well when your opponent's got a control deck with a building. If you can't find a way through, and you're forced to go same side into someone that's got a building, it's generally better for you to do that. I don't even want to go same side. I'm going to try to go opposite lane with my bandit to force out extra elixir. Maybe he ignores it. It allows me to get a lot of damage and a lot of value. We'll have to wait and see. I'm also trying to stop his annoying monk from crossing the river, because if it crosses the river, he's always able to guarantee damage on us. I'm going to zap here so we can finish off the Spear Goblins. And I have to go in for a bandit as well, in case he goes in for any shenanigans with the miner. And I thought he would, but he had miner and cycle. He just decided not to do it. Oh, wait. Does he think I exclusively dropped my Mega Knight in the back or something? Bro, what are those? That was awesome. Always going for your bats when your opponent has log and they don't have a spell that can clean up the bats. So that's just something to keep in mind. I can't go for the bats right now because they would die to the Phoenix egg. When the Phoenix dies, it gives a little bit of a respawn damage, and the bats would definitely get cleaned up, so I didn't want to vibe with that. I'm going to go in for a bandit just to finish off the monk, hopefully, and then we can go in for another Mega Knight here. The annoying thing about this, the Phoenix does so much damage that it's able to melt the Mega Knight quite quickly. However, if the Mega Knight is able to pull back the Phoenixes and we're able to target the miner here, I think we're fine. I just need to stop the Phoenix eggs from spawning on me every single time. Okay, so I'm going to try to go in for like miner, wall breakers, bats, and then spam everything that I can on the left-hand side so that he has to overspend to defend. Like, he's going to go for an ice spirit, but I think the wall breakers will connect. And then since he dropped a log, I'm going to go in for goblins again. Even though I'm not able to do like destructive damage in the left-hand lane, I'm trying to bait out the elixir so then I can do something in the right-hand side. Because if I spammed at a full elixir bar in the right-hand lane and our opponent's at full elixir, I get nothing accomplished. And then my miner would just get tanked for by like goblin gang or something. I would just have a terrible interaction. So just something to keep in mind. Also, goblins against miner are really overpowered because they don't die to a zap. And obviously, if he drops the miner in that situation, he's not able to go in for a poison to be able to kill the goblins very effectively. It just costs too much elixir. Also, I love how I said situation. I stuttered like a million times. It doesn't happen that often, but you know, when it does, it's a popcorn experience. All right, he's going to go in for a goblin gang. I can easily zap that, and I think I can get another musketeer in the middle to finish off the rest of the phoenixes. Phoenixes are so freaking strong, and it feels wrong that they're able to do that much damage. Dropping my musketeer up high so we don't say hi to a poison. I don't like that card. I'm going to go in for a zap here so the goblin gang is not able to finish me off, and I can go in for my own goblins here right after. The miner is putting in a lot of damage, but it's not enough. I need to go in for a Mega Knight, and then probably get one more good miner push. We'll have to wait and see. I need a musketeer so that he's not able to finish me off with phoenixes. I'm going to switch up my miner placements every time. Wall breakers to pull back the phoenixes again. And if he goes in for a goblin gang, it's not going to be enough. So he actually loses the game and he doesn't even want to try anymore. He knows it's over. GG, well played and peace out. Even if you guys play against the annoying Phoenix plus Monk card combination, you'll still crush it if you play well enough. So we got a game against someone from a really good clan. So this guy is going to make me challenged, and I need to try my absolute hardest. So I'm going to go for wall breakers here with the bats so then I can apply some more counter push. Always tanking for the bats is very annoying for every opponent. They have to spend more elixir. Oh, wait! He tried to thread the needle and arrows on top of the bats and the wall breakers, and he wasn't able to. I think that the goblins are dead. That's unfortunate. I was hoping that one of them would survive so then we could pair it with the miner and get more value, but still a really good trade for us. If we're able to go in for a bandit in the left-hand lane. Wait, is he going to golem me right now, or what is he going to do? He's ignoring everything. I'm a little bit scared. I'm spooked. What all-in strategy are you preparing for, man? I think it's got to be Giant Graveyard or some like weird balloon deck since we saw Lumberjack with Giant. I don't know what this is. This is wacky and weird. I'm going to go for bats. I'm going to save my zap in case you've got something that I don't want to see. Okay, I should have probably saved my bats and expected you to have balloon because I saw Lumberjack. Did I not say it could be like balloon plus Giant? I don't know. I should have thought that at least. All right, so I'm going to go in for a zap here so then we're able to finish off the minion horde so it doesn't take my entire tower. I can also go in for a Mega Knight here. I'm going to expect him to go in for a Lumberjack. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Mega Knight. I'm going to use my bandit to dash onto the Lumberjack and hopefully get some absurd value. Yo, you didn't go for the Lumberjack. You baited me, man. He's going to skeleton army afterward. That was really well played. Because the skeleton army, it would have definitely died to the Mega Knight splash damage and the Mega Knight jump. So he waited for it to target the tower and use that as a resource. I mean, this guy is just sacking everything he has. One thing that you guys can do is you can go for wall breakers and kite your opponent's anti-air responses all the time. Whether it's going to be like a Phoenix or Inferno Dragon, that is the best way of using wall breakers so then you can just dissect their pushes. I need to go in for bats here. I don't like this, but it's the only available method to ensure success against this Lumberjack. I think the goblins just would not cut it. And I can go in for a Lumberjack counter with the bats and then immediately go in for a bandit in the middle and utilize that to the best of my ability. Also, the bandit will probably take tower. Yeah, let's go. That's awesome. Wait, can I 3-crown you right now? Even though you've got the destructive, annoying balloon deck, a lot of times when these destructive decks are counter pushing and they're spamming aggressively at you, they don't have enough elixir to defend because wall breakers are so cheap you can easily afford them, minimize the amount of damage that your opponent gets, and then maximize your offensive potential at the same time. It looks like he's going to have to go in for a skeleton army, so I'm going to pre-zap in case he wants to do that. He doesn't even try to. What is he doing? He's going to go in for a balloon, but I mean, the musketeer locks onto the 3-crown, and that's going to put you out of your misery, man. GG, well played, and peace out. When that musketeer went through, there was nothing our opponent could do. In clutch games, this Mega Knight deck always gives you mega value, pulling out some of the most unexpected wins that you'll ever see. And that's why I've been playing the deck so much. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more daily videos, and have an incredible rest of your day.